Hello, I'm Teacher Terry, and welcome to today's IP class for P6. In today's class, we're looking at Lesson 7, Unit 3, Dinosaur Vocabulary are Simple. But first, let's look at the homework from last class. We did listening and reading on page 24 of our class books. So let's check the answers. So, as we know, what did dinosaurs eat? Meat or plants? Now, when did they disappear? The answer was when an asteroid fell to Earth from space. Now, how long was a T-Rex? It was 14 meters long. How many types of dinosaurs were there? More than 700 different types of dinosaur. And no one knows what colors dinosaurs were. Why not? Because there is no dinosaur skin left to study. So well done if you got those all correct. Okay, so do you remember what is this? It's a dinosaur. And this is how we spell dinosaur. Okay, now we have many different kinds of dinosaur. Here is an example of a dinosaur skeleton for a T-Rex. And here is an Allosaurus, another kind of dinosaur. And here we have a Triceratops, a very dangerous dinosaur. Now, do you remember? What's this? Where we live. It is, of course, the Earth. And once again, let's have a quick look at Google Earth. As you can see, here is the Earth in space. And round and round. And as you can see, here is the Earth in space with lots of stars around the Earth. Now, people who study space are called scientists. And here are some scientists studying space. As you can see, they're doing their experiments to find out how people can live in space. Now, do you remember? This is what is on the outside of dinosaurs. It is their skin, the skin of the dinosaur. As you can see, here are some different examples of their skin. And here are some more patterns of the dinosaur skin. Now, as you can see, there are lots of different patterns of the dinosaur. You can see some are in lines, some are spots, and some are striped, different patterns. And also in space, we have patterns as well. Here we have patterns of stars. This one is called Orion's belt. And here are some other patterns of stars in space. Now, remember what this is. It's very big, very heavy. It is a rock. Now, sometimes we have rocks in space. As you can see, here is a rock here on its way to the Earth. Okay, so they fall from other planets and they fly through space. What are they called? In A, we call them asteroids. Okay, so asteroids fly through space. Now, maybe the asteroid will fall to Earth. And like in the old days with the dinosaurs, the asteroids fell to Earth in the past. Okay, so big asteroid fell to Earth. So this verb fall, past tense, fell. And what happened when the asteroid fell to Earth? Well, all the dinosaurs, they disappeared. So the verb to disappear. Now, why? Why did the dinosaurs disappear? Let's find out. As you can see, this big rock, an asteroid, fell to Earth 65 million years ago. After it hit the Earth, there was a huge fire which made all the food and plants disappear. The dinosaurs had nothing to eat. So the dinosaurs all died because of the asteroid which fell to Earth. Okay, now it's time for our game. Now, if you remember the game from the last video, if you like, you can play this game again. So let's do a couple of rounds together now to see if you remember these words. Okay, the first one, an asteroid. So we know it's a rock, but it is a rock that fell from space. I think it must be this one. Yes. Okay. And yes, so we're looking for the verb to fall. So we know the asteroid fell to Earth. This. And one more. Scientist. Now, a scientist is someone who studies about space or other things. And there he is, a scientist. Okay, so for today's game, you can have a look at this one again. Okay, so now it's time for quiz time. Okay, now, do you know who studies about space? So the word who, the question word we use for people. So who studies about space? Is it a scientist or a dinosaur? The answer is a scientist. A scientist studies about space. Okay, so for our activity today, we're going to need to use our workbooks. And we're going to look on page 23 of our workbooks at activity 1. And what you need to do is to match the words here to the pictures. We can see number 1 is the asteroid, done already. And of course, if you don't have your workbook, you can write your answers in your notebook. Now, after doing part 1, have a look at part 3. So in part 3, we need to use the words from here to complete the story. So in number 1, some scientists study space. They look for made by the stars. So let's have a look. What word means something made by the stars? Okay. So we have 8 answers for this one, which we will check in the next video. Okay, so thank you for today. I'm Teacher Terry, and goodbye.